Moana, A Sea of Adventures is a story that combines mythology, courage, and a connection with nature, but many fans believe there is something deeper in the heroine's journey. The idea that Moana could be the successor of Fiti, or even her reincarnation, has gained traction over the years, and it makes perfect sense when analyzing the clues left in the movie. From the start, the ocean chooses Moana not just for her bravery, but because she seems to have a special connection with the natural world. The film also presents Moana and Fiti as complementary figures. One represents the promise of renewal and growth, while the other symbolizes the power of life and creation. But could this connection go beyond mere coincidence? To better understand, we need to look closely at the visual, symbolic, and narrative elements that link Moana to the goddess Fiti, suggesting her journey was not just an epic adventure, but also a story of divine transformation. At the climax of the movie, when Moana returns Fiti's heart, a powerful visual moment occurs. They face each other as equals. Moana, with her serene posture, emotional connection to nature, and even her physical appearance, seems to reflect Fiti in human form. When the goddess returns to her original form, her colors, garments, and verdant aura bear a striking resemblance to Moana's outfit and color palette. This artistic choice could suggest that Moana is an earthly extension of Fiti, destined to continue her legacy of balance and life. From the start of the movie, the ocean recognizes Moana as special. It protects, guides, and even plays with her as if it knows her deeply. This choice seems to transcend any earthly motivation. After all, why not choose an experienced warrior or someone better prepared for the mission? The answer may lie in a deeper spiritual connection. Moana is not just a human with courage, but someone who carries the essence of Fiti. The ocean, acting as an almost omniscient character, seems to sense this and guides Moana toward her destiny. Moana's journey reflects universal mythological cycles. She leaves her island life, faces seemingly insurmountable challenges, symbolic death, and returns triumphant, bringing balance and renewal, rebirth. This structure is similar to Fiti's story, who was wounded, death, and restored, rebirth, when her heart was returned. When Moana confronts Ka, the monstrous form of Fiti, she does something no warrior has attempted. She connects with the goddess's essence, recognizing her pain and offering compassion instead of violence. This almost intuitive understanding demonstrates a bond that goes beyond an ordinary heroine. Moana understands Fiti because they share the same essence. From a young age, Moana has a unique connection with nature. She interacts with the sea, shows respect for animals, and feels incomplete when away from the ocean. Even without training or explanation, she can navigate the waters and orient herself using only the stars, skills that reflect ancestral or divine knowledge. Furthermore, Moana never shows fear of the sea or the elements, reinforcing the idea that she is not an ordinary human. Her almost instinctive connection with nature echoes Fiti's role as the goddess of creation, suggesting that Moana was chosen not only to save her island, but also to continue the divine work of maintaining balance in the world. If a second Moana movie happens, it could delve even deeper into this theory. Imagine discovering that Moana has become a demigoddess, a figure straddling the boundary between human and divine. This would open up an intriguing question. Is she destined to ascend even further, reaching the status of a true goddess like Fiti? Or is her role as a demigoddess precisely to maintain balance between the human and celestial worlds? This possibility keeps the discussion alive and full of mystery. Despite being a compelling theory, there are elements in the movie that could weaken the idea that Moana is the successor or reincarnation of Fiti. Throughout her journey, Moana is courageous, resilient, and determined, but she does not display supernatural abilities or powers indicative of a divine nature. Everything she accomplishes is through her intelligence, navigation skills, and courage, emphasizing her humanity and making her an inspiring heroine for audiences. She only becomes a demigoddess in the second movie, so in the first one she was just an ordinary human. At the climax of the movie, Fiti returns to her original form after receiving her heart back. This suggests that the goddess has been completely healed and that there is no need for a successor. If Moana were truly destined to take Fiti's place, we would expect some indication that Fiti would depart or transfer her powers to Moana, which does not happen. Although the ocean chooses Moana and interacts with her in an almost magical way, this can be interpreted as a metaphor for the call to adventure, typical in heroic stories. The ocean chooses Moana because she is determined and selfless, not necessarily because she is divine. The movie emphasizes the idea idea that Moana is an ordinary person who overcomes extraordinary challenges through her courage and determination. Making her a divine figure or a reincarnation of Te Fiti could weaken this message, shifting the focus from her humanity to something more mystical. Moana doesn't need to be a goddess to have a deep connection with nature. The movie's message is about respect and harmony with the environment, something deeply rooted in Polynesian traditions. Her connection with the sea, land, and animals reflects cultural values, not necessarily divine powers. A more earthly explanation for the similarities between Moana and Te Fiti is that both represent the same Polynesian people. Te Fiti, being a goddess inspired by the nature and culture of these islands, reflects the physical and cultural characteristics of her people in her human form. Moana, as a daughter of her people, naturally shares these characteristics: dark, voluminous hair, brown skin, expressive eyes, and gentle features. The artistic decision to give Te Fiti an appearance echoing Moana's could be a symbolic choice to reinforce the idea that goddesses and humans are deeply connected in Polynesian mythology. Moreover, this resemblance could also be seen as a way to show that Moana, even as a human, carries within her the spirit and strength of her people, making her the perfect candidate to return the heart and restore balance without necessarily being divine. The idea that Moana is the successor to Te Fiti, or perhaps a reincarnation of the goddess, adds a fascinating layer to the movie's story. The visual similarities between Moana and Te Fiti, the ocean's choice, her symbolic journey of life, death, and rebirth, and her deep connection with nature all point to this interpretation. Moana not only returns Te Fiti's heart, but symbolically assumes the role of guardian of balance and life. Her courage, compassion, and instinctive connection with the natural world make her the perfect candidate to continue the goddess's legacy. This raises some intriguing questions. By the end of the movie, has Moana already begun transitioning to a divine role? Or is her connection to Te Fiti simply metaphorical, representing the human ability to restore harmony? And what do you think of this theory? Is Moana just an incredible heroine, or does she carry within her the essence of a goddess? Share your thoughts and interpretations. Let's navigate these theoretical waters together. If you enjoyed this theory and want to continue exploring mysteries, connections, and curiosities about the animated films we love, don't forget to leave your like. It helps a lot to spread these ideas to more fans like you. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss any theories or news. Comment below what you thought of this idea and share your own theories. Who knows, we might explore yours in the next video. Your support is the heart of our content. Let's embark together on the world of animations.